So now that the cockroach knew that I'm here to look. So now that the cockroach knew that I'm here to make tea, okay, okay. I was here. I was to make tea because I'm done with my lunch, hubby's lunch. So the cockroach came here, okay. It stood here. It stopped here, okay, where I make the tea in the vessel that I make the tea, okay. And I will tell you why the cockroach came here, because they do it at a particular time for super interrogation. So yesterday I wiped this part, right? So now they want to make sure, tell me, no, now you wipe it with the soap and everything, right? Because I do it almost every 2-3 days. I wipe it with soap, right? Anyways, so it was just some water, and so I wiped it off. So now they had a cockroach pass here, and now they tell me, right? Now they want to make issue about tea. So you see how the cockroach is acting all the while I was cooking here, okay? Nothing, because I kept checking here. There was no cockroach. There was no cockroach. There was no cockroach. The moment I'm done, I packed the lunch. The cockroach came crawling out here, and I showed you how the cockroach was here. It's still behind this thing. So now that cockroach is contaminating all these surfaces. So not only I'll have to wash these mats again, I'll have to wash these utensils again. Okay, you see how they make me do more and more and more. And it's only in the morning. Entire day I will not see cockroach. Entire day. It's only in the morning. And this, like, coming out like this and making issue about it, they never do it. This is the first time. And why? Because I'm to make tea. So they are like, no, you don't make tea now, or I don't know, whatever. So they want to basically make issue about tea. You see how they are super interrogating, because they are doing mind reading. They know that I'm about to now make tea. So the literally cockroach came and stopped exactly where I used the strainer and where I used the vessel. You see how exactly at what point, or else it's almost like cockroach has brain. Oh, we want to make issue about falafel, so we'll have cockroach here. Okay, as if cockroach has brain. You see, oh, cockroach was just crawling here. And that is why I have to keep this here, because, oh, look, the cockroach is right there. Check that out. Look, okay? I never had cockroaches ever in my house. And I will never see this cockroach. It usually disappears. Well, guess what? The roach that I showed you here, it went over there, okay, there, and it disappeared. How can it disappear if it's not witchcraft, right? It cannot disappear, the small cockroach. So, because I was looking at it, and the small one definitely disappeared. Now this, like I said, the way it appears, it can disappear, right? And that is what these Montauk.net guy says when he talks about alien manifestations, that they are interdimensional entities that appear and disappear, okay? They have the ability to appear and disappear. Same thing with witchcraft. So while this appeared exactly at a point where they wanted to make issue, because they do mind reading. So like I said, yesterday when I was wiping this area, I already produced a thought in my mind. Oh, you know what? These people can even make issue about me wiping these area, and sure enough, the cockroach was first inside the sink, and from there it came crawling, and you saw. Oh, I couldn't do that because I went to grab the stick, and I went to catch it with the stick, but it literally ran from here to there. Okay, so you see how it contaminated, because it came from the sink, it came from that side, so it contaminated all these surfaces. But while it did not crawl here, it did come and crawl here right when I was about to make tea, because that is the thought I produced. So now that cockroach wants to show that, so now everything, or all the bacteria, viruses, whatever it picked up, you see it's right there. Whatever it picked up, you see, they are not even now shying to show this, because they are like, oh, it's a cockroach manifestation. Then they will send me an email from people that, oh, you got cockroach manifestation, it can contaminate all these surfaces and this and that and blah and blah, you know. They do it because they can, as you all know, Harari says, everyone's mind, they can hack somebody's mind via witchcraft. And so, you see, they send this email to synchronize, because that is what CIA guy Robert Duncan says. We can do improbable synchronizations. Look at this cockroach. Look. Okay? So, that CIA guy says improbable synchronizations. This is what they do. Contaminate all these surfaces. Okay? It contaminate all. And how many times I've wiped these area just because of cockroach manifestations. Usually it's like every 2-3 days they have these roaches here, and sometimes when I get rid of them, there will always be one new roach. So you're telling me only these roaches have a mind? Oh, today I have to go, there's only one roach, I have to come here. I've never usually seen these smaller roaches here at the same time in the morning. But like I said, today they wanted to make issue about the surface, so they had this cockroach. They do everything. They decide where exactly to put the cockroach. So they had one cockroach go there and the other one go on this side. Okay? So first they contaminated that surface, then they contaminated this surface, then the cockroach came all the way on the mat, contaminated this surface. So basically we know that ex-FBI agent Geral Sosbee, CIA agent Robert Duncan, DOD, DARPA, NSA, all these FBI, CIA, DARPA, DOD, NSA, military, all these people, they are criminals because they contaminate, oh, by the way, Jehovah's Witnesses, all these Billy Crone pastor, all these people, you know, Almas Jacob, Sachin, all these people who think that it's okay for them not to, you see how it's just going on crawling. If they want, they can make it disappear, but no, look, now it's crawling everywhere. Because, so Billy Crone passed and all these people, yeah, come up so that I can show it in the video. Two people, how Geral Sosbee, ex-FBI agent, and Billy Crone past and military, DARPA, Billy Crone, Jehovah's Witnesses, all these people, Bollywood, Hollywood, all these people are involved in witchcraft, all the witches, okay? How, and Revelations of Jesus Christ, that YouTuber also exposes all these witchcrafters, all these people who are involved in Freemasonic and Illuminati people. Almas Jacob has already exposed. So because they are after me, oh, I'm from Jesus Christ bloodline, so you know, I'll be persecuted, right? Because I'm the chosen one and I'm the star seed, which these people are not. I have the light in the astral realm, which these people not. As Darlington Moses says, that I am the light. You see how it's crawling? Look, now they don't shy away. Now they don't shy away. Look. Okay? There. So you see how they contaminate everything? Okay? And usually, it's not shying away, it knows. The cockroach knows. Okay, so see, look. Now it is purposely going everywhere to contaminate the surface. Because at this point now they are trying to show it in the video that, oh, I'm the roach, I don't have brains, you know, I can crawl anywhere. I never had cockroach. They do it at a particular time. So now they want me to clean entire, decontaminate entire area, which in within 2 days there will be another cockroach there. Within 3 days they will make issue about something. Even they want to make issue about my food, like I said, I'll cook falafel and they want to make issue, that they will put the, and I dab it, and then they will have cockroach on the tissue paper. Okay, because I've been cooking for so many years. In the morning when I come, say for example I woke up at 7, I never see cockroach, and so whatever I've washed all here, all these utensils, I keep it back in its place. So how do I know that the cockroach has not crawled there? How can I know that? Because they never put cockroaches after 5:30, usually never. But today, as you saw in the video, they contaminated all these places, so they will make sure that we eat these kind of food, all these contaminated, or we use all these contaminated service, or they will make my life harder by making sure that now I wash all these utensils all over again. Thank God that even I try to put now less utensils here, because I know that in the morning they can make issue, and and so I try to, oh look how it went inside. This is its favorite place. Usually the roach will only stay here. It never used to come out initially when they started doing all this. Okay, did you get it? They never used to come out when they initially placed here. Cockroach will just come out playing like hide and seek, and it will go in. Okay, and then when I open the dishwasher, there's nothing. There is no roach. Okay, so this is how you saw that it contaminated all these surfaces, all these utensils, all these mats, all these surfaces, and now I'll have to disinfect it. And who did it? Geral Sosbee. Because you go on his website and he shows cockroaches on his website. Okay, and now they just reached the left side of my eye. Anything on the left side means correct. So now you know that they are also saying that yes, it's me, I did it. They are feeling so proud, because as this Nart to Light YouTuber guy says, that these people are narcissists, that they need to feel something good about them by putting us down. And that is what Montauk.net guy also says, that to humiliate us for every single thing, to torture us, to mentally like humiliate, these kind of mental and physical torture, because all these, what is the alien agenda? Because this is how they manifest our energy, or they take our energy, chosen one's energy, and they need for their aliens to manifest. Who are these aliens? They are nothing but jinn and demons. Okay, so they need to manifest these jinn and demons by these kind of torture, by giving torture to the chosen ones. And just this is to clean all this will be a physical torture, and the mental torture is like, I had to, I make boiled eggs every morning for my hubby, but today I couldn't, because they wasted almost my 5-10 minutes of my time, and I get up exactly at a time where boiled eggs are ready right when my hubby's about to leave. So that way, and because I wake up at 5:10 anyways. So yeah, this is how they wasted my time. So now I had to tweak, and I had to make scrambled eggs instead. So you see how they've changed my regular pattern, whatever I do in my regular life. I had to change that. And who made that change? This cockroach, this Geral Sosbee, these Delta Force, these military people, these NSA, this FBI, CIA, DARPA, DOD, all Washington DC, all these people. Okay. So the alien agenda is the physical and mental torture, and they immediately will act upon what I think. So, like I said, because I noticed how my in-laws started to touch here and there with, without washing their hands. So, oh, you're gonna think that, oh, we're gonna give you fever now. They can do all this because they've given me induced sneezing also. I can tell that as if somebody's, you know, doing something in my left nostril. They had to make issue about something back then. This was few months ago. So in my left nostril they'll start doing something and I'll sneeze. I can tell it is so induced, the way they do it. Like for example, day before yesterday I was watching a video on gallstones, right? It was Dr. Berg's video on gallstones. The moment I finished watching that video, they gave me, you see, just the left side of my body, and they gave me some kind of, right here in my left side of my waist. They, in the internal organs, they did something via witchcraft that I had trouble. Like I can feel pain there, okay, as if some muscles had twitched, not from the outer side. I'm talking about internal organs, like in the internal side, okay? So that internal side was paining me. That internally it started paining me when I was keeping my hands down, so I had to keep my hands up. And so they wanted to basically mimic, like, as if I had gallstones, or make a kidney or gallstone problem, something like that, basically on that line, right after watching the video. So you see how the devil will immediately, or these super interrogation people, Dr. Richard Boylan and Delta Force, how they will immediately work on whatever either I'm watching or what I'm thinking, because they want to do super interrogation, right? So they gave me that pain for almost unless and until we sat down to eat. That is when they made it go away. Okay, I was just sitting in my sofa and I wasn't doing any activity for that pain to start all of a sudden out of nowhere. And like I said, it was right here, and it was internal side. It wasn't outer, some muscle twitch, or no. It was internal. I could feel like from the they did like muscle. I don't know how they induce these pains, but it was a pain that was induced. Why? Oh, you're gonna watch gallstones? We're gonna mimic something like that, okay? By giving pain over there. Now, then tonight when I woke up, I placed my hand over my head, okay? Sometimes I just want to stretch out, right? So immediately they started to give twitches on the right side of my palm and twitch right side of my leg, about 3-4 times. That's it. And then they stopped. So they wanted to make issue. Oh, no, you don't stretch. So you see how much of the level of control they want to have over every single actions that I do in my life. Okay? So they even wanted to tell, oh, you don't stretch. You know how they initially used to make issue when I used to touch my hubby. They immediately used to start giving me twitches on the right side of my palm, right side of my arm, right side of leg, electric shock on the right side of my brain, hitting my right side of my ear. All this exactly at the same time, every single time when I try to place my hand on my hubby. You don't do that. Okay? So they do it at a particular time, and they don't even give me one signal, like one twitch. No. They give electric shock on the right side of my brain, then they hit right side of my ear, then they pull right side of my eardrum, then they give me all these twitches, not only on my palm, but on my arm, on my back, on the right side of my back, on the right side of my leg, everything on the right side. Because anything on the right side, oh, you don't do that. You don't touch that. Okay? That BS they want to make. So, yeah. And like I said, they make all these issues about, you see how the roach went away. It's not even coming out. And the small one just disappeared. It didn't even go there because I was standing right here watching at the small roach. How can a small roach disappear, right? It's obvious because it went in that little groove over there, and I kept looking, and sure enough it disappeared. So we know that the small one disappeared from the from the witchcraft. The way they appear, they can disappear, right? uh, and don't forget the millipede. They used to do a lot of weird insect activities back in 2015-16 when Jehovah's Witnesses came to my house, took my handwritten name, and back then I had no clue what witchcraft was, what black magic was. And that is right after that, all these weird manifestations of insects started to happen in my house, from centipedes to millipedes to spiders to cockroaches. And sure, it will act only on my thought or whatever is going on in my house, or wherever they wanted to make issues, right? So for example, say, yeah, there was a dog. There was somebody's dog had come here, okay, and so they knew that I ran to come here, and so they placed a cockroach here, okay, because it leads to my window. Oh no, you don't go see that. Or let's say I was praying, okay, and I was sitting down on the floor. So where I was sitting down on the floor, in front and in the back side, so in the front and in the back side there was a roach, it was a millipede where I was sitting, okay, exactly in the front side of my leg, and it was a little bit on the back side of my back, yeah. So 2 millipedes, because I had closed my eyes, so the moment I opened, say I was sitting here, so 1 millipede was here and the other one was just lying right beside me on the back side. Now I never had these kind of activities in my house. All these millipedes or centipedes, they will only show up in my house only where the edges are. For example, you see that edge over there? That's it. At that edge, right over there, okay, only those were the places where I had, in a normal, before 2015 I'm talking about. However, centipedes and millipedes only show up on those edges. Never crawled on the walls, never on the carpets, and usually they were dead. If not, even if they are alive, they used to just sit there. Then what happened? These say for example, I wanted to place a clock on the wall. So we have a TV here, right? Like, so there's a fireplace, then there's a TV, and then on the top of the TV there's a huge wall, empty wall, like there's nothing on the wall. So and my hubby were thinking to, so I wanted to have a clock over there, and he wanted to have clock on the side. There's a small wall on the side as well. So just thinking about the wall thing, they had a bug placed right on the wall, right on the top of the TV area. It was a big bug, like probably black colored, this big bug. So like I said, our windows are usually, doors, windows, all are closed. And we never get even like mosquitoes in my house or no bugs in my house. Right? And yet there was this big bug exactly on the place when we were discussing about the clock thing. Oh, so you don't place the clock above the TV area. Why? Oh, your hubby wants it on the left side of the wall. So this is how they used to do slave programming, mental torture programming. Basically, yeah, all these was going on back then. And a lot of, in this used to be, in one single day, I used to get at least 5 to 6 type of insects. Yeah, they used to have centipedes crawl up like right there, right, like right on these, and it used to be like right where I am. Okay, where my side of the bed is. Okay, it's always on the my side. Wherever I go, it used to be like, say I'm walking, I'm going through a door from one room to the next room. Then say this is the door, okay? From here to here, there's a door. And the centipede or whatever they wanted to place would be exactly in the middle of that. Or a little further away, but exactly in the middle of my path where I'm about to walk. This had become a norm. Then they used to have, like I said, these centipedes crawling up my walls. Oh, or spiders. They used to use a lot of spiders back then. So I had sorted out who's who, right? So these centipedes and millipedes were CIA. These cockroaches were FBI agent. Spiders were military people. And all the flies and bugs I saw was NSA. And weirdly, they started to have all these wasps, come from these little, what do you call them, vents in the middle of the night, 2 3 a.m. This is how they started my torture. We used to wake me up at 2 3 a.m. by having wasp come out of that. And then I and my hubby, we are like killing away all that. So they not only started to torture me, but they started torturing my hubby as well. Because initially when all these things happened, I was very disgusted with all these creatures. And so I had to tell my hubby to kill or to take away all these millipedes and centipedes and spiders and basically centipedes and cockroaches for most part. So yeah, he also got tortured, but he's not realizing because he doesn't understand the witchcraft part that all these insect activities were happening to as a part of super interrogation, as Dr. Richard Boylan says. Oh, you're doing this? We're gonna place a roach here, or spider here, or bug here, or millipede here, or centipede here. For example, 2 days ago I cooked a dish, Indian dish, that turned out to be really good. Everybody liked it, and it was really good. So what they will do is, in my bathtub area, so there's a bathtub here. On the corner, I have a vase with fake flowers in it, okay? So sometimes if they want to show me flowers, like, how they, oh, I'm gonna give you your gift, oh, you did a good job, have you show somebody that how good you have done, and then you want to credit that person, right? So in that bathtub, they had a centipede facing that flower. Either they will put it in the bathtub, or the centipede will be on the ceiling, but right underneath, above the where the vase is with the flowers. So they will have centipede sitting on the ceiling, or right above the flowers. So this is how they want to show, oh, you did a good job here, we're gonna give you some flowers for that. Okay, this was the BS that was going on, and they're still doing it because I still have that centipede there. Okay, and like I said, I never had anything crawl on the ceiling ever. Okay, I've never seen that when I lived in New Jersey or Pennsylvania. I've never seen, before the Jehovah's Witnesses came in my house. It's only everything started to happen right after Jehovah's Witness came to my house. And Jehovah's Witnesses, as Almas Jacob has exposed, they are they have nothing to do with Jesus Christ. They are purely, totally satanic people. They worship Lucifer and they do witchcraft. So, and who knows, these Freemasons people who do all these raving of the engine and all these BS, right? Bomb blast in my area to give me all these indications, good or bad. Whatever I do, it's a part of dictation and super interrogation and humiliation and torture and physical, mental to get away my energy. So who knows, these Freemasons came to my house pretending to be Jehovah's Witnesses. It could be that too, or it could be just Jehovah's Witnesses themselves. Okay? So, yeah, and so all these weird insect activities in my house was done by these people, they even have like some mosquito just pop up out of nowhere. Not mosquito, some kind of bug will pop up out of nowhere. For example, right now, I'm looking at my room. I'm looking in front of, there's a TV on the right side, there's our doors, there's wall on the right side, there's this nightstand, there's this carpet, there's this cupboards, there's this fan, there's this air. Okay, I'm looking at it, there's nothing. But if I say something which they don't want me to sometimes, they will just have these bugs appear out of nowhere. I've already recorded in one of my videos before where how, and remember I told you these bugs are NSA people. So yeah, they will continuously have these mosquitoes or something not crawl, but like just show up out of nowhere. So these are these interdimensional entities that these montauk.net guy talks about, that these and I see these transparent things moving in with my own eyes. I see them, and it's almost like you've seen that movie Predator. You see how that transparent thing moves. One would think, where are they getting all these ideas from? But it's coming up from all the witchcraft, because the Hollywood, the name itself is based on witchcraft. Wood is that, because that's what Almas Jacob said, the wood is used in their witchcraft, and that is how they gave the name Hollywood. So they are, and Revelations of Jesus Christ guy is a YouTuber. He has exposed a lot of these Hollywood people in the world is a stage, and he has exposed so many other stuff. And so does Almas Jacob too. Now, so we know these interdimensional entities. So I see these transparent things moving, and so they are nothing but these spirits or these gene demons, whatever you want to call them. Because I can see them moving. So only sometimes I see, I don't see all the time. But sometimes I see them moving. They're like, for example, yesterday night when I was just watching some YouTube videos, I could see on my peripheral that they were continuously moving back and forth. These, so when they do all this witchcraft, have you seen that movie Pinocchio? They show all these eyes looking at these Pinocchio. It's an animated new film that has come out. But they show, these Illuminati people, they show that these watchers with one eye, because one eye is the symbol of Illuminati, they watch everything going on in the world. So these spirits, they are nothing but they act as a watchers for these Illuminati people. Okay, continuously, like what we do, what we don't do. And then somehow they can see me remotely. Either these watchers, these interdimensional entities, they're merged with computers. So the entities show them everything on their screen. Or there is a physical implant in my brain where they have hooked my brain up with some computer. But I don't think so this happened, because this brain reading was going on from back in India in 2001, when they had forced my ex upon me, and that ex wanted to know what was going on in my brain and all that BS, okay? And I know that that person was very fishy, and I knew that some witchcraft or something is I didn't know what witchcraft was back then, but I knew something fishy was up. Like I could see how the person was reading my brain and he would act upon some situation of mine. I could read that something was off, but I wasn't exactly sure. So now I know for sure that these people are into witchcraft. They are the narcissist people, and they try to portray as if they are something, they are big, they are something like that narc to light guy says, that they will try to portray as if they are good, or they are all knowing, and they have all this intelligence, but actually they don't. They want to copy us, whatever we do, because we are the light. And so they want to take away our light, and so they want to give us these torture, and they want to have these energies for their beings. That alien agenda Montauk.net guy talks about. Even that starseed girl, European starseed girl, whom Linda had interviewed, and her video is on YouTube. She also said that we chosen ones, or starseeds, make pact with these aliens, and they need energy from us because somehow only we are the light. So they need to absorb our energy from this physical and mental torture. But she wasn't revealing too much about it. But Tanut Sudan guy also has talked about same thing. All this matrix simulation and all this witchcraft, black magic. He knows it's being used by these people. He tells, in fact, he also provides a service to get rid of this black magic. But then he doesn't guarantee. He's like, oh, it will come back, but then you'll have to raise your vibrations and frequencies. You have to do all kind of, dealing with water and fire and all these five elements that, you have to work with. And I don't have time for all that BS. So anyways, basically, all this witchcraft is being done at a particular time in a form of dictation. The same thing they gave me cuts or removing of my eyelashes or electric shocks or twitches, whatever, all these programming that they try to do, the signaling they try to give is the same thing with the insects. Oh, you gonna think about this? Then we're definitely going to do this. Okay, it's like that. So, like I said, the way I thought because I observed, because they made me observant by all these hygiene stuff, right? So first they programmed me about hygiene, and now that one thing, it's so fitted in my brain that now I started to observe people around, and I see nobody washes their hands even if they enter the kitchen. But especially even if after they don't wash their hands after touching the trash can, which is not good because now you're contaminating all these surfaces everywhere. And now you're touching the kitchen stuff, kitchen knobs, and here and there. And so yesterday I had to disinfect all the doorknobs and the fridge and the microwave and every single thing. I had to wash all the utensils. But no, now they want to make issue about that area you saw where the cockroach was crawling all over. And also, I don't know, they wanted to make issue about tea or something. I don't know. Exactly at that time when I was about to make the tea, because I had already processed in my brain that, after the the lunch bag is ready, I have to go and make the tea for, all of us. And sure enough, they wasted my time by placing the cockroach on the mat and stopping it exactly where, because see, every day I get up, I say, for example, my in-laws were not here, so I never used to get up at 5. If my hubby is at home, okay, I used to get up late. But at late time, there are no roaches there. So whatever the utensils are washed, I place it back where it belongs, right? And then on the same mat, I place the newly washed utensils. So you think that the cockroach did not crawl there in the morning? Well, there was no cockroach because they place it only in the morning when they want to make issue about something. And even if I get killed, for example, I killed one cockroach the day before yesterday, right? It was only one cockroach. So if there are so many cockroaches, if second one is appearing 2 days after, where was that cockroach when I killed the first cockroach? So for example, say if today I happened to kill this second cockroach, which obviously I was recording, I was busy recording, I couldn't do that. The third, after 2-3 days, there'll be another cockroach. Oh, we only gonna place one cockroach there, and only at 5:10 a.m. when you get up and you come here to wash your hands, because we want to make issue about either. Now they're giving me twitch on the left side of the leg. They're even confirming that as I'm speaking. Now there is no room for argument. They themselves are confirming by giving me twitch on the left side of the leg. Okay. So here I'm already in, they've already given me fever and sore throat and all this. I'm already down with all this. Yet these evil people, they think to twitch my, when I get up, say I got up at night for a while, and I was stretching my hands, I was placing it behind my head, and they immediately started to twitch the right side of my, okay. And day before yesterday, when I was actually having fever, I was down with fever and weakness and all that. They started to heat the left side of my ear because I was thinking about something, and they wanted to say yes about it. Even if they wanted to say yes about it, they will do something. So anything on the left side is correct. And I can't remember right now because I was in my sleep. Like I said, I was in fever, I was weak, I was having sore throat. All this was going on, and I was yet thinking about something that probably they did, or I don't know. They started to heat my ears. So you see how evil they are, that even in my fever or in my, this worst time physically when I'm feeling so low, they still think to give twitches on the right side of my palm, twitches on the right side of my leg, put cockroaches on the sink, contaminate all the area, contaminated the mats and all the washed utensils. So now I'll have to place all those utensils back. I'll have to wash the mat again, and I'll have to again decontaminate. And then after 2-3 days, there will again be the cockroach there. And so again they will have me wash my mats, wash the, decontaminate all the surfaces every 2-3 days now. This has become a norm. You see, go through my YouTube video and see how many cockroaches video I had to make. And all these is nobody but Geral Sosbee. Go check his website. Ex-FBI agent Geral Sosbee. And he feels proud about it. Look, I make you do all this. Look. Okay? He's an absolute criminal. And I'm wondering how this criminal even lived for this long. Because as Almas Jacob says, everything in this new world order, the good is evil or good is bad, truth is false. So whatever truth I'm saying is false there, because people like Marina Rexdale on Facebook, when I expose this guy, Geral Sosbee, and all these DARPA and military people, NSA, CIA, all she has to say is, oh, Geral Sosbee himself is targeted individual. No. Either you are an agent trying to protect him, or you're absolutely foolish girl who cannot even think to scroll through the videos that I post, who cannot even think to reflect on these videos that I show, the evidences that I show, and you do not even think to go on his website and tally that, oh, has he posted cockroaches on his website? And does not even think that Marina Rexdale does not even think to scroll through my YouTube video, find Geral Sosbee's video that I've uploaded, and look at that, watch that particular video where I went to his website and I've exposed how all the targeting that he did to me is what he has posted on his website. All the targeting, physical and mental torture that he has given me is posted on his website. Okay? He is not going through anything. He's just there uttering out absolute BS on his Facebook and Twitter, wherever he's posting this BS. Because he's a stalker. And these people try to hook me up with him by giving me all these, subtle messages. Like, for example, we went to a resort and they gave me room number 1811. And my brother was given 1129. Now, 18 means 666. That is mark of the beast or Illuminati's. It's a Illuminati's number, right? Because they love number 18. It's mark of the beast. And 1811, 11 is Lucifer's number. That is also what they love because they worship Lucifer. So 1811, they're telling it's Illuminati. And then my hubby is given 1129, a room way further away from us. It's a totally different building. 11 is Lucifer's number, 29 again totals to 11. So you see this is a coincidence? No. And in fact, the moment we landed, we were in a different country. The moment we landed at the airport, we had 4 military helicopters pass, and it was visible from our window. And there was a small boy behind me. He screamed. He said that, look, there are these 4 military helicopters coming. Why are they coming here? Why are they? Well, I already knew they were coming for me. Okay? Because they had implanted a thought in my brain about Geral Sosbee. Okay? That how he wants to be with me and all that. Okay? So when I know there's an induced thought, because Dr. Eric Karlstrom said that there are induced thoughts and then there are your thoughts. You have to differentiate between what is your thought and what is their thought. So when a thought was given just 5-10 minutes before these helicopters arrived, I knew that when I saw the helicopters, I immediately knew, oh, that is why they gave me this thought in my brain. Then when I went to the room, I noticed the room was given a honeymoon suite. Now, we were not on honeymoon. Usually these people do not give any honeymoon suite. So that was another indication, which was linking the thought and the military helicopters and the honeymoon suite. I did not realize unless and until after 2-3 days, their staff called and said that, oh, we have like a honeymoon dinner booked, or you have to reserve for it. That is when I realized that we were given honeymoon suite. Okay. And obviously our access to the main, there's a different resort that was newly built, and we had already paid through our timeshare for that particular access, but they denied the access. And so I knew that these very people who gave us these room numbers, Illuminati people, FBI, all these people, they surely asked the staff not to give us the access to that particular resort, because although we had already paid in advance, but now they had guts to lie on our face, and sure enough, they spoiled the trip by not giving us the access to that particular resort for which we have already paid for in advance. But it was done by these very people, Illuminati people, FBI agent, military, DARPA, CIA, NSA, all these witchcrafters, Hollywood, Bollywood, Jehovah's Witness, all these, Billy Crone Pastor, all these people, they are all in witchcraft, okay? They worship Lucifer. So yeah, this is how they do my mental and physical torture day and night. Okay. And ever since my um oh, by the way, so when we were at the resort, oh, this, so it's become 50 minutes long. I'll have to make another video for the trip that we had, because they did a lot of mental and physical torture here and there too.